Have you ever reached the end of the day and felt strangely empty, even though you were busy the whole time? Maybe you answered messages, moved from task to task, opened your laptop, checked your phone, drank your coffee, tried to stay motivated, and did everything that looked normal from the outside. Yet when the evening came, something inside you still felt unfinished. Not because you did nothing, but because your energy kept leaking from 100 small places all day long. Most people think their life changes when they finally find more discipline. I do not think that is completely true. A life often changes much earlier than that. It changes when a person learns how to stop leaking their attention, their peace, their honesty, and their strength. That is why today I do not want to give you a huge routine. I want to give you one quiet habit. A habit that takes only 25 minutes. A habit that can change the way your whole day feels. And slowly, the way your whole life moves. Stay with me until the end, because the most important part of this habit is not the first 5 minutes. It is the final 5. That is the part most people skip, and it is often the reason their resets never last.
Hello, my friend. I'm really glad you are here today. This is a calm place for slow English, real-life reflection, and meaningful growth. There is no pressure here, no race, no perfect version of you required. A tired version is welcome. A distracted version is welcome. Even the version of you that is trying to begin again for the 10th time is welcome here. Take one slow breath. Let your shoulders drop a little. Let your face soften. Good. By the end of this episode, I want you to feel 2 things. First, I want you to understand why so many good people stay stuck even when they try hard. Second, I want you to leave with one real habit you can actually do, even on messy days. Not a fantasy routine. Not something made for high performers with perfect mornings. Something real. Something human. Something you can carry into ordinary life. Many habits fail for a simple reason. People try to add new structure to a nervous system that is already overloaded. They keep thinking the problem is laziness, so they become stricter. They make longer to-do lists. They download more apps. They promise to wake up earlier. They tell themselves that tomorrow they will finally become focused, disciplined, calm, and productive, all at once. Then tomorrow comes, and their mind is still noisy. Their room is still crowded. Their body is still tired. Their phone still pulls at them. Their unfinished thoughts still follow them. After a few days, shame arrives. Now they do not only feel overwhelmed, they also feel guilty for not changing fast enough. That is why I want to offer a different idea. Maybe your life does not need more intensity. Maybe it needs one daily ritual that quietly returns you to yourself. A ritual that helps you reclaim your attention before the world spends it for you. A ritual that reminds your body, your mind. This is the habit. 25 minutes, 5 parts, 5 minutes each. 5 minutes of silence, 5 minutes of body, 5 minutes of one thing, 5 minutes of truth, 5 minutes of the next right step. That is all. No dramatic transformation, no loud performance, just a daily return. If you keep this habit, your life may not suddenly look extraordinary from the outside, but it can start feeling far less scattered from the inside. And that matters more than people think. The first 5 minutes are for silence. Not empty silence, but honest silence. This is the moment when you stop feeding your mind before your mind has even spoken to you. No phone, no music, no scrolling, no messages, no video playing in the background. Just 5 quiet minutes in one room with yourself. At first, this sounds small. It is not small. For many people, this is the hardest part of the entire habit. Noise is addictive because it protects us from feeling what is underneath. The moment silence appears, we start meeting ourselves again. Restlessness may rise. Boredom may rise. A little sadness may rise. A strange relief may rise too. All of that is fine. In fact, all of that is useful. Silence is where you notice the truth of the day before you start acting inside it. Maybe your first real thought is not beautiful. Maybe it is simply, I am more tired than I admit. Or, I am already anxious and the day has not even begun. Or, I am full of other people's voices. Good. That is not failure. That is data. Most people lose whole weeks because they never stop long enough to discover what their inner weather actually is. 5 quiet minutes will not solve your life, but they will stop the automatic flood. They create a pause between waking up and disappearing into the world. And that pause is where power begins. The second 5 minutes are for the body. When life feels chaotic, people often rush directly into thoughts. They try to think their way into peace. But a dysregulated body can make even simple things feel heavier than they are. So the habit moves next into the body. This does not need to be exercise in the dramatic sense. You do not need to become impressive in these 5 minutes. Stretch slowly. Wash your face with cool water. Stand by an open window. Breathe deeply. Drink a full glass of water. Walk a few steps outside if you can. Roll your shoulders. Wake your spine. Tell your body very gently, we are here now. Many people have forgotten what it feels like to begin a day from their body instead of from panic. The body likes rhythm, warmth, breath, light, and safety. When you give it even a small amount of care, the mind often becomes less aggressive. Your inner voice softens. Decision-making becomes easier. Emotional noise becomes less dramatic. A day does not only become better because you think better thoughts. Sometimes it becomes better because you started it in a body that did not feel ignored. The third 5 minutes are for one thing. Only one. This is where most people make a mistake. Their mind says, if I want to change my life, I must fix everything. So they try to organize the whole room, clean the whole house, answer every message, repair every habit, and solve every emotional problem before breakfast. Naturally, they fail. Not because they are weak, because the mind becomes paralyzed when everything feels equally urgent.
So the rule is simple. Choose one thing that will make the day feel less heavy. One small thing. Make the bed. Clear one corner of your desk. Answer one avoided message. Throw away the old papers. Put one cup in the kitchen. Open the curtain. Prepare one healthy meal. Delete one distracting app. Choose one thing that closes one leak. This is important.
The goal is not productivity for its own sake. The goal is reduced friction. You are not trying to become a machine. You are trying to create less resistance between yourself and the life you actually want to live. One completed thing can calm the nervous system more than 10 unfinished intentions. A beautiful life often begins to return in visible ways. A clean corner, a made bed, a clear table, a closed loop. The eyes see proof before the heart fully believes. Now we reach the part that most people avoid. 5 minutes of truth. This may be the deepest section of the habit. Sit with a notebook, or a blank page, or even just your own honest thoughts, and ask one question. What is true right now? Not what is impressive, not what sounds mature, not what would make you look disciplined. Just what is true. Maybe the truth is, I am lonely. Maybe it is, I keep using noise to avoid myself. Maybe it is, I am exhausted from pretending
I'm fine. Maybe it is, I need less pressure, not more. Maybe it is, I know exactly what is draining me, and I keep refusing to face it. Truth brings direction. Without truth, people build routines around the wrong problem. They think they need motivation, when what they need is rest. They think they need more discipline, when what they need is honesty. They think they need to become someone new, when what they really need is to stop abandoning themselves every morning. Write one true sentence if you can. Just one. A single honest sentence each day can begin to reshape an entire life, because truth removes confusion. Confusion is often not the absence of answers. It is the refusal to name them clearly.
The final 5 minutes are where everything changes. This is the part most people skip, and this is exactly why many resets stay emotional but never become practical. After silence, body, one thing, and truth, you ask one final question. What is the next right step? Not the next 10 steps, not the whole future, not the ideal version of your life. The next right step. One action that respects what you already discovered. If your truth is, I am exhausted, the next right step may be protecting your evening. If your truth is, I am leaking hours into my phone, the next right step may be moving one app off the home screen. If your truth is, I feel scattered because my room feels chaotic, the next right step may be cleaning one surface before sleep. The next right step matters because it translates inner clarity into outer reality. Without action, reflection becomes beautiful, but weak. Without reflection, action becomes fast, but misdirected. This final 5-minute piece joins both. It tells your day where to go. You do not need to change your life in one morning.
But if you stop your energy from leaking every day, your life begins to feel different very quickly. The real power of this habit is not that it turns you into a new person. The power is that it helps you stop betraying the person you already are. Maybe nobody taught you how to return to yourself in small ways. Maybe most of your life you learned how to push, perform, please, survive, and continue. That is why quiet habits can feel strange at first. They are simple, but they are not shallow. They ask you to become present enough to notice your own life while it is still happening. The 25-minute habit changes everything because it slowly changes your relationship with your own mornings. And your mornings change your relationship with your day. And your day changes your relationship with your life. Silence helps you hear. Body helps you arrive. One thing helps you reduce resistance. Truth helps you see clearly. The next right step helps you continue with integrity. If you practice this habit for a week, you may notice something small but powerful. Your mornings will feel less hostile. Your mind will feel less crowded. Your room may become a little kinder. Your self-talk may become less sharp. You may stop needing dramatic motivation because your day is no longer draining you before it has even begun. If this message gave you even
One calm breath, one useful thought, or one habit you want to try tomorrow morning, I'd love for you to stay with this channel. Subscribe for more slow English, real-life growth, and peaceful listening practice. And if you want, leave a comment and answer this question. Which part of the 25-minute habit do you need most right now? Silence? Body? One thing? Truth? Or the next right step? That is what many people are missing. They do not need more pressure. They need less leaking. They need one habit that returns them to themselves again and again, quietly, daily, faithfully. Take care of your mind.